Oh. Yeah, we got kicked. We got kicked. We got kicked.
Because you left a number on your phone. Maybe I'm the one to blame, but you think that you could be the one.
JoJo used to be popping. Well, I know.
It's the end of you and me. It's too late now. I can't wait for you to be home. And I wonder how I bought all the lies. The second that you would treat me right, but you was just a waste of time. I wanted you right here with me, but I have no choice. You gotta leave because my heart is breaking with every word I'm saying. For I gave up everything I had on something that just wouldn't last. But I refuse to cry. Don't get so far from me. Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. It's too late now. I can't wait for you to be gone.
Yeah, we got booted like a motherfucker, yo. Yeah, that's kind of way. Yeah, she used to be fucking popping.
What can a no-fee,
What
no
happened
minimum
to her?
Capital One 360 checking account do for you?
Capital One Bank?
A lot. Bank and sip at any Capital One cafe.
That was what happened to JoJo.
Look, I was just talking to her.
Bro, I'm so
I
fucking
love you.
irritated, bro.
It's about what you do, not what you say.
All right, hold up.
But we have to
I
get
have
early
something
as
for
fuck in the morning. Why the
I want
fuck
you to be
are
there
you
on
here
Saturday.
and having them routed up like right now?
Come with me, stay the night. Just say the words, but boy, it don't feel right. What do you expect me to say? You know it's just a little too late. You take my hand and you say you changed, but boy, you know you're begging, don't fool me. Because to you, it's just a game. You know it's just a little too late. So let me
I am comfortable.
this time is making strong. I'm starting to move on. I'm gonna say this now. Your chances come and gone. Did you know it's just a little?
I tell you, at the house I used to have when I was like, bruh. So when I was like streaming like all the fucking time, like I literally slept in my streaming room. I had this beautiful house, and so I had a room that was just for my streaming, and I had a desk just like this, and I literally slept at my desk. I streamed that much to where I slept at my desk. That's how much we were streaming on TikTok. It was fucking insane. Um, it was crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to streaming just like that, bruh. I just have to get like back in the fucking. You know, it's a pattern. It's a habit. It's a routine you gotta get into when you want to stream that much. Like you have to stop focusing so much on getting ready to stream, and just stream. And you just gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Um, bro, I used to fall asleep on mod. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. I'm definitely committed. Like I've been pushing in them fucking hours, bro. I've been putting in hours. I got a little routine going. Now when I start this job though, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Happy Valentine's. Thank you kindly. Y'all know I watch true crime. Well, y'all don't listen to true crime. So I'm probably not gonna be on too much longer. We can watch like 2 podcasts together, and then I'll probably let me see if there's anything they're talking about that I haven't already heard. Let's see. Who is Shelby Neely? I don't know. I just started watching this guy. I watch a lot of crazy shit.
Excuse me, sir. How old were you when you made your first million?
What is the sport?
Kindly,
We're trying to get
thank
advice for the
you.
younger generation.
That
I made my
Wow.
first million last year, actually.
What line of work are you in?
I'm in sales.
Gonna be early
Okay, what's the best
tonight.
advice you can give someone that's in sales?
You're only as good as your sales reps and your CRM.
What CRM do you use?
Well, here
We
it's
used
10
to
o'clock
use one of
already
the
here.
legacy CRMs, but it just didn't give us
I gotta
the
be
speed
up
and
at
agility that we needed. But then we switched to Monday CRM and sales started.
I gotta be up at
Why is the
7:30
CRM so important?
on a Saturday fucking morning. This basketball shit is starting again already for the AAU teams.
To finally see their grandchildren, who they hadn't seen in almost a year. Their daughter and son-in-law had moved around a lot, but lately the texts they were getting from their daughter were stranger and stranger, and the
I'm probably getting
excuses
to
for
bed,
not
though.
seeing her thinner and thinner. No one had seen their daughter. And pretty soon nobody would be seeing the grandparents either, or the brother, or the son-in-law, or the daughters. Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike. And in this whole video,
Love
we
me?
have a story of lies, of gamer
How you
tags,
love
of
me?
excuses. And when the excuses, finally run out, murder.
Alright, how you love me?
Lots and lots of murder. A whole heap of it. And they say don't make fun of people, but I say why not when they write the poetry I'm gonna read out to you. Oh boy, set your faces to cringe. Let's give it a go.
You don't even know me. I am not in Florida.
This
Thank
story
you.
takes us to Florida, if you can believe that. Because of course it does. It was December 2018, coming up on a full year since 71-year-old Richard Ivancic and 59-year-old Laura Ivancic had last spoken with their daughter, Jamie. But now they were suddenly filled with a renewed sense of excitement when their son-in-law, Shelby Neely, told them the whole gang were coming to see spend the holidays with them. He'd be there, their daughter Jamie would be there, and their 2 grandchildren, all going to spend it with the grandparents for the holidays. As I said, they were very excited because they hadn't seen them in almost a full year. Now Jamie and Shelby, they moved around quite a lot. Over the past few years, they had been in Ohio, in Texas, but most recently they'd been living in Port Richey, Florida, which was only 10 miles down the road from their grandparents, which is why it was so sort of strange that they hadn't seen them in almost a full year. So grandparents Richard and
Who have been here a long
were very
time.
worried not seeing them in all that time,
Huh?
along with some of their other kids, Jamie's siblings. But they're coming home for Christmas. Jamie Ivancic, 21 years of age, had already had a long and complicated relationship with her own mental health. In 2015, diagnosed as bipolar after deputies were called to Jamie and Shelby's home after Jamie was detained in a mental health facility because, according to the incident report, she was out of control and uncooperative with me. Get out of here, you don't say. And then the following year, police were called to another disturbance in the couple, Jamie and Shelby's home. This was in Ohio. Jamie told the police that she had been trying to leave Shelby when Shelby got all kinds of fun, was grabbing her and pushing her and hitting her. She even said he'd been doing it for about a full year. He'd been at that kind of carry on. The officer had reported in his report that Jamie had told him Shelby had beaten her for a year before that incident. He'd also described how, when he arrived at the scene, the 5'5", 115 pounds Jamie had been hitting Shelby down by sitting on him. She told the officer she had done this to restrain him after he had tried choking her. Well, he is a short king after all. Sounds like she's well able to take care of herself, but clearly things were not rosy in the Ivancic Neely home, as embarrassing as that is for Shelby. It had actually been through Jamie's brother, 25-year-old Nick Ivancic that Jamie and Shelby had met. Nick Ivancic, he still lived with his parents, Richard and Laura. And Nick, he'd been working at a Burger King, and then Shelby had started working at that same Burger King, and then bing bang boom, Nick introduces Shelby to his sister Jamie, and that was a very unfortunate decision on Nick's part. For many reasons. We'll get into it. However, despite the turbulent and at times quite violent relationship between Jamie and Shelby, the couple, they still tied the knot in 2017, and they had 2 kids, Bella and Oliver, 2 years old and 3 years old. Throughout her struggles and moves all around the country, Florida, Ohio, Texas, Jamie, though, she still always remained pretty tight with her family, with the rest of the Ivancics. So when it came to like being almost a full year when nobody had seen her, that was, it was worrying for her siblings and for her parents. But she'll be home for Christmas. I've been telling you guys about data brokers lately, and I wanted to show you how much information they actually collect on you if you subscribe to them. It costs about $20, so I signed up and I bought a report on a friend.
Wait, what did you do?
I printed out the results, and are you ready for this? The report is about 11 pages long. This has your contact information, address, relatives, neighbors, social media profiles, even and to track people down. I'm talking about your personal data, like your social security numbers being bought and is for free. Thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring this whole video, and that's a lot of scary information that could be out there about you. So yeah, make sure you get rid of that. Now let's get back to the video.
I know, I fall asleep.
The last anyone had seen Jamie was when she had FaceTimed with her sister back in January of 2018. It was now December, and texts from Jamie, sure, but hearing her voice, seeing her, you best believe they got nothing. Jamie had apparently told her, or at least suggested to several relatives, that she intended on leaving Shelby and was going to take her children with her. But things must have improved, or at least she decided to stay in the hope that they would, as, well, she hadn't left them yet.
Parents, do you want to teach your child how to read? The secret is Hooked on Phonics, developed by education experts. The program...
But things
really became worrying after that Christmas, January 2019. Nobody had seen Jamie in so long, and now in early January, nobody has seen or heard from Richard and Laura neither. Last thing the grandparents had said to anybody was that they were very excited their grandkids were coming to stay with them for the holidays. The reason nobody had heard from them would be discovered via welfare check conducted January 1st, 2019. The scene was shocking, even to the most hardened of the responding officers. The 3 bodies of the Ivancics were found decomposing under blankets, wrapped in rugs, surrounded by incense, and their faces bizarrely covered with spray paint. It was Richard, his wife Laura, and their son Nick. Richard's body was in the master bedroom of the home, while Laura's had been dragged to the bathroom, and Nick's body had been left in his own bedroom where he had been killed. Beside Nick were several bottles of bleach and pine sol, ready for the cleanup effort. Going through the house, officers uncovered further evidence of the killer's intended cover-up plans in the form of rope, duct tape, and tarp. To add to the cherry to the top of the murder cake, they also uncovered a receipt for the same items from Home Depot. The receipt was dated December 18th, 2018. So the bodies had probably been here for about 2 weeks. The rest of the Ivancic home appeared to have been ransacked. Along with the carnage of the recent triple homicide was the evidence of someone having lived there in the days following. Someone who had subsisted almost entirely on energy drinks, weed, and Domino's deliveries. So,
do a reaction video?
Who had been here?
On what,
the last
Bobby?
thing anybody knew was that Jamie and Shelby and their 2 kids were supposed to be coming here to spend, the holidays at this home. But now Jamie, Shelby, and their kids were nowhere to be found. But they knew they had been here because, get this, folks, Jamie and Shelby's car was parked outside.
Oh, on the true crime?
Now the 3 people who live here were all found brutally murdered.
What'd I do?
Looked like they all had been beaten to death with a hammer. Laura's car, though, that wasn't outside. The police needed to track down the couple and their children like ASAP. But where could they be? And could they be victims themselves? As horrifying as it was, two clear clues had been left behind at the scene. One was the receipt, which would hopefully show the killer buying the materials that were found at the house if they could track it down and find the CCTV footage of them literally buying the cleanup materials. And the other was Laura's car. If they could track down Laura's missing car, maybe it could lead them to the killer. Now, likely, the killer took Laura's car and then just dumped it somewhere else. They wouldn't be stupid enough to keep driving it around, of course, but finding it could help. Would it, though? Big dog, of course it would. Tracking down CCTV footage from the receipt found, well, it showed Shelby Neely purchasing those exact items at the Home Depot. He was even pushing his two kids in the cart as he shot. Detectives were also quickly able to track down Laura's vehicle across state lines to Ohio, and with it, once again, Shelby Neely. The discovery of Neely driving the stolen Kia lined up with what two of the Ivancic's neighbors had told them about seeing a man in his 20s, whose description matched that of Shelby, digging a hole in the Ivancic's backyard sometime in mid-December. His kids had been out there with him. Police arrived to Shelby's apartment in Ohio, but by the time they got there, he was gone. This guy was a ghost. If he didn't leave a very clear and obvious trail of all the shit he had done. He was certainly a ghost, but the kind that, wears a sheet and has eye holes cut out. A search of his home turned up several items that linked him further to the murders of his former in-laws, including a revolver stolen from Richard's gun cabinet and a coin collection. On January 3rd, 2019, police spotted the idiot still driving his mother-in-law, Laura's, stolen Kia. He was taken into custody without incident. His two young children, who were also in the car at the time of his arrest, were taken into the care of the CPS until a permanent and suitable home could be found. In the meantime, police were also searching for a suitable high chair for Shelby. But now Shelby, arrested and back in Florida, could outfox the police with his dark and twisted mind. Does he really look like a man who could kill 3 people? And at this time, nobody knew where his own wife, Jamie, was. Nobody had seen her in almost a year, and her parents and brother have all been brutally killed.
71-year-old Richard Lewis Ivancic, his wife, 59-year-old Laura Ann Ivancic, and their son, 25-year-old Nicholas James Ivancic. Last night, police in Lakewood, Ohio, arrested Shelby John Neely for their murder. Neely is the son-in-law of the victims. He's married to their daughter, Jamie Nicole Ivancic. Police tell us Neely's arrest is the result of a tip from neighbors about this grave-sized hole outside of the murder scene.
Based on information received where neighbors had witnessed a white male, thin, possibly in his 20s, approximately 5'3", outside the residence digging a ditch, with a younger, possibly 2 to 3-year-old by his side.
When police arrested Neely, they found his 2 young children inside a home, safe and sound. His wife, Jamie Nicole Ivancic, the daughter of the victims, is still missing.
The whereabouts of Jamie Nicole Ivancic are unknown. We do fear that she too may be the victim of foul play.
But Shelby, crazy like a fox, you have to be quick to catch him.
No, I gave you juice already, baby. Go down.
Well, maybe not that quick, because that was quick.
No. All right, go down.
He immediately admitted to murdering his parents-in-law and brother-in-law. And it was only now that Shelby finally revealed the truth about Jamie's whereabouts. She had never left their home in Ritchie, Florida.
Where is she now? I buried her and left them. She's in the backyard. Okay.
In the interview, Shelby gave a loose blow-by-blow account of his version.
Hello, are you Trace? Hi, Detective Juarez. How are you?
Detectives
this is 7 days.
are making their way inside 19-year-old Drake Bickett's apartment. In just a few seconds,
7 days ago.
He's about to hear something that will change his life forever.
So, your grandma, we found her, but she's dead.
Drake's grandmother, 65-year-old Marilyn Gandert, was last seen walking outside her home before disappearing without a trace. Police initially believed they were dealing with a routine missing persons report, but over the next few weeks, this case will slowly turn into one of the most tragic and disturbing double homicide investigations they've ever worked on.
He doesn't have that many friends. He's like me, kind of solitary.
Out here at Encino and Northern, we think we found a body out there.
It looks like it has arms, and it looks like it has hands. Those like intestines and stuff.
Like she was like, I get real tired at night. I want to die, you know?
So did you do that for her?
Yeah. It's around 2 p.m. in the afternoon
you heard this one?
when Albuquerque police receive a routine welfare check call. Unknowingly, this marks the first clue in one of the most gruesome and twisted mysteries the city has ever seen.
Albuquerque Police, how can I help you?
I'm at my sister's house, and she's not here. I have to be able to get a hold of her, and she usually gets back to me because I call her every morning and night.
And what's your sister's name?
Marilyn Gandert. Her vehicle's here, and that's how she travels. I mean, I'm getting worried now.
Okay.
It's not a good day.
Following the 911 call, Officer Barnhill is dispatched to the address to check on Marilyn. When he arrives, he finds Marilyn's younger brother waiting outside the home. Neither of them have any idea what disturbing clues are waiting inside the house.
Definitely. What's going on though? Just odd that she's not answering the door, or
Not answering the door. Her phone is like it goes directly to voice messaging. I left a note there yesterday. It's still there. Her vehicle is here, and that's what she drives in. I don't know how she disappeared. Her vehicle is still
is there another place she goes?
No.
I mean,
She doesn't have that many friends. She's like me, kind of solitary.
I'm an 80s baby.
So now I'm getting really, really nervous. I left messages. I left her a note there yesterday, and it's still there.
Okay.
This is Harry Gandert, Marilyn's brother. He sounds genuinely worried for his sister, especially since she's the only family he has left. Harry goes on to explain that Marilyn is a postal worker who adores her dogs and would never leave them alone. They helped her cope with her grief after her middle-aged son Ryan took his own life 3 years ago. In reality, Ryan's death was never as simple as it seemed. And unbeknownst to Harry, the decisions his sister made in the aftermath are the very reason she's now missing.
This
However,
is right now?
what really happened to Marilyn slowly begins to unravel when her best friend and neighbor, Nancy, arrives with concerns of her own.
Is that her?
Harry,
Hi.
What up,
are
baby?
you worried about Marilyn too?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten a hold of her for a couple of days, and it's just not like you.
No, it isn't.
And I just did Taylor Ridge, and I'm glad to see her vehicle, but it's scary. So did you get gone in? Did you have a key?
No, I don't have a key.
Do you have a key?
No.
No.
Not
The
doing that.
dogs are barking. That's not there.
I'm gonna go in the back and see if I can see anything, okay?
Oh, a different story? I know.
After noticing the garage door is locked and the windows are covered, Officer Barnhill decides to circle around the house. That's when he makes the first of several strange and unsettling observations.
I'm gonna go inside, okay?
No, I already gave you
I understand
this.
that, but there might be somebody in there. You guys are saying people are evicted.
Can I go behind you? It's your family, Chief.
Come over here. I'm gonna wait for another officer. We're gonna go inside, and then we'll get everything taken care of. I just don't want you to be getting hurt, okay? That's the only issue. That's the only issue right now, okay?
Appreciate that. Can I look in the window?
What's that?
Can I look in the window?
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want you to be getting hurt, okay?
Nancy appears restless, convinced that something is deeply wrong. Even though Officer Barnhill tries to reassure her, he can sense it too. Something isn't right. So before stepping inside, Barnhill radios for additional units to respond to the scene. And as more officers begin to arrive, they prepare to enter the house, fully expecting to find Marilyn's lifeless body inside.
Not on the bed.
Marilyn, this is Albuquerque Police.
Her bed is made.
Right, side by side to the right.
Yeah, maybe she's. Because there's that. I don't know.
It's just a lot of weird stuff. Just seems
Oh, her keys are in here, huh? So she wouldn't be able to get back in if we secured it.
After clearing the entire home, officers find no sign of Marilyn, but they do notice several suspicious details. Items left out of place, house and truck keys sitting on the counter,
Sad.
2 dogs barking non-stop, and medication left on the table.
sad.
For a moment, officers are at a loss, but not for long. They're about to learn that
gang.
Marilyn owns a second property nearby, a rental home occupied by tenants all too familiar to police.
Oh, yeah,
And
it
one
is
tenant in
sad.
particular
It is
is
sad.
Marilyn's teenage grandson, who will soon become central to solving this case.
Yeah.
pretty organized.
Oh, very, very organized. Very, very neat.
And then these people are actually, they think who are they?
Her daughter-in-law and, yeah, who was over here on
Ed?
Taylor Ridge. The house is right over
Yeah,
there.
I know Taylor Ridge.
Yeah, I
very
already
well.
went by there. Alyssa Bickett.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, that's who she evicted.
She evicted Alyssa?
Yes, of course, Drake was with them, but he once again trashed.
Yeah, it's always. I've been with Drake 10 times in the past 3 months or something. Our CIT detectives talk to him all the time. And he just doesn't get the help he needs, and you can't force that on him most of the time. So
Yeah, because he's an adult.
he, when you went down to Taylor Ridge, was Drake and Alyssa there?
Nobody was there as far as I knew, because I just looked for her vehicle.
Oh, okay. You didn't knock on the door or anything?
I did not knock on the door,
Okay.
but I'm getting ready to.
Yeah, if she's not in here, we'll go and I'll go down there and talk to him.
They're gone. She changed the locks. They don't have a key. She went to court. She just and on
that house.
Yes.
At least not that well. I mean, does she get violent too?
Yes. She gets drunk, and that's.
She's been violent with police before too.
She what the problem is she
And
gets.
Drake, you said no, right?
He's currently going forward for battery on a household.
Yeah, that's probably that case when I was there.
I'm worried more about Drake's doing something crazy because he's schizophrenic. I mean, come on.
The back and forth between the trio reveals critical information.
Greg, we need to talk.
No time, got sales calls to summarize.
You really need to switch to Monday CRM. It has built-in AI that
I'm trying to give it
summarizes
to my
calls.
daughter though.
Nancy, Marilyn's daughter-in-law, Alyssa Bickett, and her troubled grandson, Drake, were recently evicted from Marilyn's other home on Taylor Ridge Road. Hoping to find Marilyn there, officers head to the address, an address they're all too familiar with, having responded to several domestic incidents involving the family in the past. But this time, things will be different. As officers arrive, they're unknowingly on the brink of walking into a murder scene and coming face to face with a killer hiding in plain sight.
Hi.
Hi, can you come on out a second?
Yeah.
So, what's going on?
I'm moving out.
Okay, what's your name?
Alyssa?
Oh, Alicia. And the owner knows you're here getting
Yeah.
your stuff?
She on Friday, she said come on Saturday morning and get the key because we had done it for 3 days and she's like, you guys haven't done anything to the house and so I want to rest because I'm going to work on Monday. So.
Oh, okay, so they're...
I said I'm going to come by in about an hour for the keys. I don't have the okay because but I told her when I am, and see, she wasn't answering me, but she doesn't always answer me.
So the last one you got from her
was at 10:35 on the 26th. That was the Friday.
Do you know where she would be right now?
I honestly, I don't, and that's
Because somebody's trying to report her as missing.
And yeah, it's her brother. He called me yesterday too, and I'm worried too. That's what I said. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to help you? I don't know. I left here, and on Friday, and she said, "Come in the morning and get the key." And then she said, "I really don't want to go because you guys, I've been there for 3 days. I'm tired. I go to work on Monday." She
What's
wanted
wrong
me
with
out.
the
I've
food,
accepted
bro?
it. I'm leaving
Did
the
she
house.
legally
What's up,
evict you, or did she just tell you to
Sabrina?
leave? Okay.
But she gave me extra time because if you knew how much stuff I had, I mean, I have 23 years of my life. I have 3
Sure.
kids.
I've been here before.
Yeah,
Reference,
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Drake?
He's at a hotel.
Okay. How's that going for you?
It's going okay. He's gotten better.
Okay.
He's gotten better. He doesn't really help me. That's why I mean, he came over. He helps me. He helps me a little bit, and
Yeah.
then
He's not here now.
No. You know,
So you're here alone?
No, I have my friend Annie. She was
Okay.
one of my roommates. We're just getting it cleaned up and packing everything. Like, I had a lot of books. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you have your ID? I'm just going to note that you were here and I spoke to you.
According to Alyssa, she'd been moving her things out while her son, Drake, and her roommate, Annie, were helping. Marilyn had given her extra days to move out, and the messages on her phone seemed to confirm this. But it's still unclear why exactly Marilyn was evicting her daughter-in-law and grandson, something that will later turn out to be central to Marilyn's disappearance. For now, though, what catches the officers' attention is that they've been to this house before, responding to domestic incidents involving Alyssa's son, Drake, who suffers from schizophrenia. He also has a previous charge of battery on a peace officer. So far, Alyssa's story seems to check out. But the moment she steps inside, Officer Barnhill makes an interesting observation.
She says
She spoke to her on Friday.
But did you
She's got a
did
key.
you see the scratches on her neck?
Huh? What?
She's got scratches on her neck.
Well, she's moving now.
2-3 scratches on her neck from moving.
I know I'm bleeding when I move.
Well, this lady,
Like
this lady
the
doesn't.
scratches on that.
Yeah. He's what?
I'd like to check the house.
Thank you. Hi. Appreciate the cooperation.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Good luck moving.
The scratch marks Officer Barnhill notices are hard to ignore, but their origin remains unclear. What has yet to dawn on these officers is that the marks might be linked to Alyssa's deceased husband, Ryan Pickett, as the couple allegedly had a years-long relationship filled with physical and mental abuse, a hidden detail that will soon send investigators down a rabbit hole. But before officers can dig deeper, a familiar vehicle pulls up by the side of the road. It's Marilyn's neighbor, Nancy. She's curious about what the officers have uncovered so far, but more intriguingly, she seems to be several steps ahead of them.
So we're not able to call the homeowner at this time. Obviously, she's being entered as missing as far as we know. She does have text messages saying for her to come get the key last Friday. And she would give her a little extra time to move her stuff out is what she's doing today.
Come get the key on Friday. That is so not Marilyn. That's somebody texting from Marilyn's phone.
And I don't know Marilyn.
I do. 15 years I worked with her as a letter carrier at the post office.
But let's hope that that's not the case. And
Well,
hopefully Marilyn's just taking a mental break for a couple days. But,
No, that ain't it.
okay. All right, ma'am. We'll see you later.
My name is Julie, and I live in Sheepshead Bay.
I know, I'm
last year
so
in sixth
comfortable.
grade, something happened to me.
Clearly, Nancy is not convinced. She's known Marilyn for years and insists that Marilyn wouldn't have handed the keys to Alyssa willingly. She would have wanted to be there for the eviction herself. Initially, officers are ready to leave the scene, but Nancy's words make them hesitate. Her insight shifts their thinking, and they decide it's best to return to Alyssa's house and request permission to search. It seems like the right decision, but in the process of carrying it out, the officers will overlook something crucial.
Exterior doors.
Yeah, no, What's up, Johnny? I'm just trying to, sorry, I'm packing my... Just put it here so we can go.
Right, where are you moving to?
Well, I don't know yet.
Oh, no. That's precarious.
Apartment or storage unit for the moment, huh?
Yes, yeah. I know. And then those are from Drake, you know, when he gets stupid. And that one, I can help you open this door.
This one?
Yeah, well, because this, I had it a little close, so I was trying to.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. Like, I'm really getting there. I'm trying to get it all organized. My room is the most of the kitchen.
Just from Drake?
Yeah. He just bangs his head in. I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna fix it. This too. Like, this is how it was the last time too, and I'm like, but I can't just put him on the street, you know. I put hers there. So.
Good.
Yeah, and I mean, and you know, she didn't come yesterday, and I expected her to come by, but I didn't think anything of it. I thought, you know, she probably just, you know,
right.
like sometimes she gets mad and won't even talk to me. So, and she's mad at me, and so, but she has been pretty cordial with me, and I've been, you know, and she's like, I noticed you haven't heard anything, so let's just, you know, so I'm just trying to get stuff out.
As officers walk through the house, they notice multiple holes punched in the walls by Alyssa's son, Drake, leading them to believe it's likely the reason Marilyn wanted them evicted. But they couldn't have been more wrong. Amid the clutter, the officers make a critical mistake. They overlook crucial evidence that could have made Alyssa a prime suspect. Marilyn's purse, medication, vehicle keys, and something far more gruesome. With nothing substantial and no clear reason to suspect Alyssa, the officers leave the scene empty-handed. But just before heading back to the station, they make one final encounter with a passing neighbor. Someone who offers a chilling hint as to why Marilyn was so determined to evict Alyssa.
They were evicted last week. When was the last time you saw the property on Thursday or Friday? Thursday or Friday? Marilyn Gandert is the property owner. She said they were not supposed to be here without her being present. I would not put those people past making sure she disappeared. Just because, I mean, you know the history of the house. Alleged Russian roulette games.
Needless to say, the neighbor's remark reveals even more concerning details. But with no concrete evidence, officers are left with little they can act on. So with all of the statements and information they've gathered, officers return to the station and pass it along to investigators, who spend the next couple days combing through files. What they uncover next is a twist no one could have anticipated. As investigators dig into Marilyn's inner circle, they quickly find themselves down a rabbit hole of potential double murder. It turns out that Marilyn's son, Ryan Bickett, who was also Alyssa's husband, had been allegedly playing Russian roulette inside that very house when he took his own life 3 years ago. Reports show that Ryan was allegedly abusive towards Alyssa, and the two had a tumultuous relationship leading up to his death. Investigators also learned that Marilyn had allowed Alyssa and her grandson Drake to continue living in their home, but only on the condition of paying rent. With Marilyn now mysteriously gone, detectives begin to suspect that Alyssa might be involved in her disappearance. They theorized that Alyssa could have been responsible for Ryan's death, and that after years of enduring the ongoing abuse, Marilyn, out of compassion, allowed Alyssa to stay rent-free for some time. But when Marilyn started demanding rent, the tension between them escalated to a dangerous point. With this in mind, detectives now find themselves investigating a possible double homicide of a mother and her son. But with little more than speculation and no solid leads, the case remains an unresolved mystery.
And killed himself.
At around noon on January 27th, police in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, receive a call from a remote location.
Sandoval County 911, what is the exact location of your emergency?
Out here at Encino and Northern,
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
we think we found a body out here in a road, and somebody has put it on like a mattress or something and burned it. It looks like it has bones in it, and you can see intestines and guts, and I don't know. It's weird.
Struggling to get started on your novel? Meet Squibbler, the AI novel writer that transformed.
Officers from the Sandoval County Sheriff's Office rush to the address, unsure whether what the caller reported is truly human remains. But the location is eerily deserted. a perfect dumping ground for bodies, and the very reason so many mysteries from miles away go cold, as this officer is about to discover.
Go down to this first corner, take a right, get to the first road, take a left, and it's right there. It's. What do you think it is? Burn it. It looks like a body to me. I don't know, man. It looks like it has arms. It looks like it has hands. And they're all curled up. And I don't know. It's like you can see bones out of the knees, and it looked like it had lips and teeth. And
See like organs or anything like that?
Yeah, there was like intestines and stuff.
Any hair?
I didn't see any hair. It looked like the head. It looked like it had clothes on it. But I
So, are you okay if we follow you that way?
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
Okay, yeah, follow.
Oh, yeah.
This is Detective Myers, being led to what a witness claims is a charred body by the side of a deserted road. He has no idea just how brutal the scene awaiting him truly is, and that it holds the key to solving a mystery nearly 30 miles away.
It's not real, it's pretty.
I think it looks like it has lips and teeth in there.
What is that?
Okay. I don't know if it's real or.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah, it looks like a burnt body. It's got hair. It looks almost like a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like a really small son that's been in. I mean, I'll let you be the judge when you get out here, but from what I can tell, it's got hair, it's got a mouth, it's got intestines. It looks like a burnt body.
The body is completely unrecognizable, with organs exposed, and it appears to be a woman of small build. However, the couple who discovered the body noticed something else, something that would point to not one, but multiple twisted killers.
And last night after I got home, it was real eerie quiet. Like
After you got home one, there's nobody out here that you saw?
no sounds, not even the coyotes howling.
Yeah, you got pictures of them, just so we can differentiate
Let them
them.
know that they did say that they saw footprints heading toward Encino.
They did say they saw one.
Like on the road?
One set.
They saw one set coming in and then one set going out. So I don't know.
The treads looked like they could be tactical, but they were small.
Like boots like this or
Yeah.
something?
You need to get some sleep.
Well, again, guys, you guys are
probably supposed to know there.
more than helpful. We appreciate it, and you're all good to go.
Yeah, sleep.
Hope it's
I'll be
fine.
okay.
Yeah, well, that's all we can hope for. So
We'll see.
have a good one, folks.
All right,
Get some sleep. Mom,
According to the witness, residents nearby noticed at least 2 sets of footprints, both looking like women's shoes. Officers secure the scene, record witness statements, and transport the body for autopsy. An almost impossible task, given the body's advanced state of decay. 72 hours later, the findings arrive. Tragically, the woman by the side of the road has been identified as a resident of Albuquerque, none other than the missing 65-year-old Marilyn Gandert. The identification was made through dental records, confirming the worst fears of those searching for her. Immediately after this revelation, the Sandoval officers make an urgent call to Albuquerque police to inform them. Upon receiving the news, investigators immediately start to seriously consider the double homicide theory that Alyssa killed her husband 3 years ago and now her mother. Investigators didn't know it at the time, but they haven't even uncovered the worst part yet, because one final twist was waiting, something they never could have seen coming. After the tragic discovery, investigators become convinced Marilyn's daughter-in-law is involved in the murder. But with no concrete evidence yet, they decide to keep Marilyn's death secret while they investigate further. To get some hard proof, detectives decide to visit Marilyn's brother Harry, the man who reported her missing and who's been looking for her for days. When they arrive at his house, they have no choice but to break the tragic news to him.
Taya.
Are you Harry?
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Detective Apodaca. I've spoken with you on the phone.
Yeah. Let me put my shoes on. I'll talk to you outside.
Okay, would you prefer we come inside?
It's a mess.
It's fine. Can you lock up the dogs, though?
Yeah, let me put them somewhere.
Yes, if you would, please.
Come on, doggies. Come on.
So I told you I was going to keep you up to date as to everything that's
Yeah.
going on. We talked to Sandoval County, the detectives with them who are working it.
Yeah.
The body that she suspected in Rio Rancho, the burnt
Yeah.
one, was positively identified as Marilyn.
Do you have a seat, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm so sorry we have to come and bring you this news.
Harry, I'm so sorry. Is there anybody you want us
Why
to...
would they have done that? He's been frightened to death. My God.
Is there anybody we can call to be with you right now?
No, I'm a kind of a solitary person.
Harry?
I'll call my neighbors and talk.
Harry is devastated. Without Marilyn,
Sup,
he has no
Taya?
one close to him, except her 2 dogs, who have just lost their loving owner. But upon hearing this tragic news, he becomes more certain than ever he knows who might be responsible for his sister's death and why.
We're in the process of getting some search warrants for your sister's house
Yeah.
and for the rental property.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, because
Well, there shouldn't be anybody in the rentals. Was she shot or something?
and that we don't know. All we know is that they positively ID'd her, and I believe it was through dental records. So I believe they're still doing their investigation too.
And her belongings are probably not there, or no, you don't know where they're at.
Don't know. So we're gonna try to get the warrants done tonight, if possible.
Did she ever make any
Love you too,
statements in
Tam.
the past about wanting to harm herself at all?
How was your trip?
Did she never attempt to harm herself or take her own life or anything? Never talked about it?
I guess, the only thing I can think of is the eviction thing. I can't think of any other reason why they would have done something.
And Detective Juarez is going to look at everything. She's not going to leave any stone unturned.
She's the last person who would have done anything. That's what happened. That's the movies, or drug dealers or something like that. People think that Alicia lies all the time, and she would promise to pay the rent and didn't. And she just got tired this time, and I told her, well, maybe you should have picked.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I could have done. I mean, I always wanted her to either move over here or
There's nothing you could have done, sir. It's one of those things.
I still, yeah, Lisa would be the person I would.
Yeah, Millie's up. Everybody's up.
Who could have been.
When I get off live, I'm gonna put Millie in the bed with me.
Harry blames himself for telling Marilyn to evict Alyssa, fearing that decision may have sparked the chain of events that ultimately led to her death. Following this, officers urgently moved to secure a warrant for the rental property, officially placing Alyssa at the center of their investigation as the primary suspect. At the same time, detectives decide to visit someone else. Someone very familiar to Marilyn and law enforcement. Her grandson, Drake. He'd been staying with his mother, Alyssa, when Marilyn went missing, but is now living with his girlfriend, Nikki, at a hotel.
Good
An
night,
address
Lala.
officers
I'm
obtained from
sorry.
Alyssa during the welfare check.
Yeah,
From past
Lala's
encounters,
late.
officers know Drake suffers from schizophrenia and has a history with police, but they don't suspect him to be involved. But that won't be the case for long, because when detectives arrive at this apartment, they'll quickly realize Drake knows far more than they do. But before we get to that, most days are long,
I'm gonna go bed
stressful,
too.
and by the time dinner comes around, the last thing I want to do is figure out what to make. That's why I've been using HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, everything shows up already planned and ready to go, so I can actually enjoy making dinner instead of stressing about grocery shopping or missing ingredients. And it's not just convenient. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, with over 100 recipes to choose from every week. You get to pick from all kinds of cuisines. 99-cent value on your third box. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. With that said, let's get back to the investigation, where detectives are about to speak with Marilyn's grandson and quietly pick up on something he doesn't want them to know.
So this is Detective Joey Gutterman. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, you too. So what is your name?
Drake Bickett.
Drake Bickett.
Yes.
When did you, so you moved out about a week ago?
Yeah, I moved out about it.
Who did you live with?
I lived with my mother.
So why were you guys moving out?
We were
What's the
moving out
situation?
Because my grandmother was kicking us out. Well, that's what my mother told me.
How did they make your mom feel?
Oh, she was pretty upset.
Yeah.
She was really upset.
Okay. What'd she tell you?
She was just like, I don't know where I'm gonna stay, stuff like that.
Your grandma, we found her, but she's dead.
Where at?
Well, we believe that it's suspicious. Okay, we think someone killed her.
When?
and I'm really sorry.
Okay. How does that mean fulfilled? What makes you feel sad? So she's murdered? Or like, she's just dead?
No, someone murdered her.
Like, why?
Well, that's what we want to know.
Because I just gotten over depression over my dad dying.
Yeah, and I can tell you that Mom's story isn't matching up
No.
with your story or Nikki's story. And with, yeah.
Is she okay?
Your mom? Yeah, she's fine. She's been...
Drake's reaction is hard to miss, and investigators can sense something is off. His pupils are dilated, leading them to suspect he's on drugs. But his reaction is hardly convincing, and it's clear there's something he's hiding. Despite their growing suspicions, there's no solid evidence to prove Drake is involved, so detectives leave the apartment for now. Later that night, confirmation comes through. The search warrant has been approved. Police immediately rush back to the rental property, hoping Alyssa hasn't had enough time to destroy crucial evidence. But this time, they'll find her waiting for them, and she's far less cooperative than before.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good. You want to step out for me?
That's fine.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the house with
No.
you? All right. Step out for me. Okay. So this is the situation, okay? First off, we're investigating the disappearance. I believe it's your mom.
It's my mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law. Okay. We actually have to secure the house.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get all my stuff out.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So unfortunately, I can't let you go back inside.
I have things in there.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, I need my phone to let them know.
okay. Unfortunately, like I said,
You're not gonna let me get it?
I can't.
No, that is not right.
Well.
I have
So
no.
listen, why don't can you talk to me first, and then maybe we
Yes,
can.
but
All right.
that's not fair.
Okay. Would you feel more comfortable to do this in my car where it's warm? You good?
I mean, my jacket, I could get it. I'm not.
Okay. How many people live here with you?
It was me, Nikki, Annie, and Drake. Drake is my son. And
Now,
this was
you
Patty's.
mentioned that she was mad at who?
She was mad at Annie. She's mad at all of us. She was mad at Annie because she didn't like her being here because she says she didn't pay rent. Marilyn was yelling at us, and then
Yeah, I
Marilyn
feel that
said,
out
I had to
after,
just die because, nobody wants me anyway. Like,
Okay.
I mean, she blamed me.
My parents
for,
watching
for
this
my
girl, then I'm
husband.
going to bail y'all.
Okay.
Yeah,
How'd that make you feel?
It makes me feel like shit. Like, it makes me sad.
Right. That would
Yeah.
piss me off.
Well, I wasn't really. I mean, I'm mad at her, like, for that. I mean, but
Right.
well. I mean, it makes me sad. I'm not going to do anything. I don't care.
Right.
I just,
Right.
I know, but
It
I know
would
that's what you guys are trying to get at.
No,
and I didn't do anything.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it would irritate me too that she let you guys live here and then just drop
Yeah,
the ball, say, "Hey, I want you to pay freaking rent."
Yeah.
Like, hey,
But,
where's the
well,
discussion?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to do with her disappearance?
As suspected, Alyssa's reaction confirms what detectives have been theorizing. The real reason Marilyn evicted Alyssa was tied to her husband Ryan's untimely death. Alyssa herself just admitted that Marilyn had been blaming her for it, which sparked multiple heated arguments between them. But despite her growing anger, Alyssa still has no idea that her mother-in-law has been found brutally murdered. And even though detectives have shown up with a search warrant, she strangely doesn't ask them any questions about Marilyn's whereabouts.
King, what's wrong? What are you
Instead,
talking about?
she seems far more focused on retrieving certain items from the house, things she knows, when discovered, will ruin her life and the lives of 2 others forever.
So she says.
This is the Albuquerque Police Department. Make your presence known. Make your presence known now.
Staying late again? Yep, got prospect calls to summarize.
You really need to switch to Monday CRM. Your old CRM is holding you back.
For the moment, the house appears meticulously clean, with no obvious signs that Marilyn was ever there. Yet, officers find clothes and a purse that appear to belong to her. As the search continues, a vehicle pulls up by the side of the road. It's Alyssa's roommate, Annie. When an officer approaches to speak with her, it quickly becomes clear she knows something terrible has happened, but has no intention of sharing it with them.
How you doing? Hey, sorry to flash this in your eyes.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the car? I mean. No. So would you mind speaking with us?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I know. You probably
tired,
like what? You're probably trying to figure out what's going on. Right?
Well, I kind of know a little bit.
What do you know? Tell me what you know.
I know that her mother-in-law that they rent from, she's missing. So I mean, we talk.
So that's exactly what we're here for.
Right.
We're trying to figure out, where she's at, because we deal with missing persons a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they have dementia or whatever. They'll leave for a couple of days and then come back.
Yeah.
But it's cold and we want to try to find her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do know that she has blamed me for them not paying rent, and I mean she's came at me, but we have talked very well before. Also, that's what I know about her. She's talked with me good, and she's attacked me like viciously.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna go to bed.
Here, so.
When you say attacked viciously, what?
Like she was like screaming, and I'm like, I'm not trying to disrespect you. Like we're moving out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Alyssa's being attacked right now by this is crazy. Like this is nuts.
Well, unfortunately, we got to do a search warrant in the house.
Of course, yeah. She's listening. By all means, I will cooperate with you.
It seems like Annie is more cordial than Alyssa, but still clearly annoyed by the heavy presence of police. Ironically, this officer is unknowingly standing next to the very person who will end up solving Marilyn's murder. For now, though, police inside the house continue the search, and that's when one officer spots something. A tiny speck of blood on the wall and carpet gives police reason to suspect that Marilyn may have been murdered inside this house. Officers move quickly to secure the scene and send the evidence to the lab for DNA analysis, and prepare to inform Alyssa that her mother-in-law is dead, and that she's the prime suspect in her murder.
More stories that would match. That's trying to make sure they're not. That's okay. Going on. This officer's going to transport you there. You're going to meet with another detective, and we're going to sit down and have a chat. Okay?
After Alyssa is arrested, her roommate Annie is also taken into custody after officers searched her car and discovered bloodstains inside, raising serious concerns about her involvement. At the same time, officers rush to the hotel where Drake is staying, and he's arrested on suspicion of being an accessory to murder. With all three suspects brought into the station, they are immediately separated as the detective prepares to interview each one. The strategy is simple: find inconsistencies in their stories and provoke a confession from at least one of them. Because Alyssa is the prime suspect, detectives decide to start with her. She's the one they believe killed Marilyn, and they're quietly suspecting her involvement in her husband's death as well. So when detectives sit down with Alyssa, they think they're on the verge of capturing a potential double murderer.
Do you know why you're here today?
They told me because Marilyn died. I didn't know she died.
Okay, so it is true that Marilyn is deceased. Okay. How do you know Marilyn? Mother-in-law. Okay.
I don't know how to say it. It was my husband, but he passed away. It was his mom.
So am I correct by saying that eventually you guys were evicted?
Yes, we were.
Okay. How did that come about?
Because we were paying. I'm confused. I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to even be here.
How come you're so upset right now?
Because she's gone and I didn't know this.
I'm gonna go to bed, y'all.
I'm sorry.
It's like, and then you're being accused of I don't even know what.
Some evidence has come to light that isn't faring very positively in your favor. Okay? So that's why I wanted you to come in and speak to us and give us your side of the story, because this is probably going to be one of your only opportunities to do that. Would there be any reason that we will find Marilyn's blood in Annie's room?
I don't know. Marilyn is taking things off the walls. So for me, I'm like, Marilyn can stop, so I don't know.
Is there going to be any reason if we pull that carpet up in that house, if there's going to be any of Marilyn's
podcast.
Carpet underneath? Now keep in mind, even if there's blood on the carpet, you use the carpet cleaner to clean it, that blood is still going to be there. It's going to seep through the carpet.
I understand.
That should just be a yes or no answer. That's not a
No, there shouldn't be any.
Okay, well there is. So you're the renter of the home. You were the last person in the home. Doesn't that seem a little suspicious to
Well,
you?
I don't know. I haven't
And now
done
she's
anything.
missing
Well,
and
I haven't
deceased?
done anything. I don't know of anybody doing anything, so we haven't done anything to her.
Who cleaned up the blood in the hallway? You guys didn't do a very good job on the walls because there's still blood spatter on the walls. Very small, but you didn't do a very good job because we were able to locate it.
I'm not talking to anybody, so I understand I have that right.
You do have that.
So I haven't been in the
Clearly, Alyssa is shaken by the
Kindly.
accusations
Thank
and
you.
abruptly refuses to say anything more. In
What's up,
reality,
Sabrina?
this is the smartest move she can make, especially since detectives are already armed with stacks of evidence and a growing list of contradictions. Contradictions like how she initially claimed to have seen Marilyn on Saturday morning, but that would have been impossible as Marilyn's body was found Friday night. On top of that, Alyssa has no explanation for the bloodstains found inside the
True
house.
crime,
But
yes.
even though Alyssa shut down the interview and asked for a lawyer, investigators still believe they have their killer. But that won't be the case for long, as they move on to speak with the other two remaining suspects. When investigators sit down with Alyssa's son Drake, they expect the same denials, but Drake is about to do the complete opposite, and he has a very unusual twist in store for everyone.
So just to let you know, I'm not here on the warrant.
Okay.
Okay. I'm here on the situation that happened with your grandma.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
I
How
don't-
she's missing?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know what's going on with that other warrant of yours. I know I had heard that you'd failed to appear in court, so they issued you a warrant. And I don't know what that warrant was for. Okay. So I want to talk to you about your grandma.
Okay.
About Marilyn. Okay. But I wrote a warrant for you for the homicide of your grandma. So I'm actually charging you with the homicide of your grandma.
Okay.
Okay. I've already had your mom. You know your mom's arrested.
Yeah.
And you know Annie is arrested.
Okay.
Okay. So I have enough probable cause to believe that you were involved in the homicide of your grandma.
How so? Oh yeah, you're the detective.
I am the detective. You remember me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at my house, like I'm gonna tell you the honesty.
Okay. I
My
appreciate
grandmother
that.
said
So donkeys really do a good job of protecting cows?
too old. Will you please kill me? Multiple times, drunk and sober.
Okay.
That is honestly.
So back in
So I
January.
was just like because I can understand. I don't know if you guys can understand, but I expect you guys to be able to understand. If an old woman is like old and having to work for her children, right? Then I'll do what she wants, you know?
Undoubtedly, this statement from Drake catches the detective off guard. Not only does he outright confess to the murder of his own grandmother, but he also gives the most bizarre reason imaginable. Despite finally getting a confession, the detective isn't convinced. It seems like Drake is just trying to take the full blame and protect his mother. The story he's offering is so outlandish that the detective decides to give him another chance.
So you're saying that at some point your grandma asked you to kill her.
Like she was like, yeah, I get real tired at night and like I'm like I want to die, you know?
So did you do that for her?
Yeah, like
When did you do that?
in my house. Like that's what she wanted, and obviously like I'm gonna cover it up or whatever and not want to get caught.
That must have been really hard.
Yeah. I was there and then she would be like depressed, you know?
Right.
And she was just getting old and every day she would work and she
What'd your grandma do?
She would pay for my stuff. And like she for certain said that. I know she said that.
That she asked you to kill her.
Yeah.
Do you remember how?
Would I have to tell somebody before I do so, or
Well, here's
would
the
I
thing.
respect her decision as a tired 65-year-old lady right after her son passing away, having a grandson with a different family? Is she truly better off?
Did you think she was?
To die. It looked like she was. She said she was.
Okay.
So I did.
understand.
I passed her away. You know what I'm saying? Like
So how did you do it?
that's it. Like that's all the information without a lawyer or a public defender I'd like to share.
Okay.
But
So
that
you
is-
don't want to talk anymore after that? Okay.
That is what she had said. Like that is all I know. That is what she had said.
Okay.
With no hint of hesitation, Drake doubles down on his story, claiming his grandmother wanted to die and he simply fulfilled her wish. And with an attorney requested, the detective has no choice but to accept his bizarre confession. If Drake truly killed his own grandmother and covered it up, that would ensure his mother Alyssa walks free. Even if detectives suspect her involvement in not one, but 2 murders, they have no hard proof against her. With the risk of letting a potential double homicide suspect walk free, detectives know they have one final chance to get the truth. There's still one more suspect in custody, Alyssa's roommate, Annie. Once detectives move on to speak with her, they know her statement could either confirm their suspicions or reveal they've been chasing the wrong suspect.
In this life of masculinity, when do you know to ask for help?
I think that's the hardest thing, especially when you're trained.
All along.
So basically, I'm pretty much just going to turn this over to you. I'm going to allow you to talk, tell me what you know, what occurred with Marilyn Gandert.
We all were in Alyssa's room getting high, and Marilyn was outside.
When you say we all, who are you referring to?
Me, Drake, and Alyssa.
Okay, so you guys are in Alyssa's bedroom getting high. What are you getting high on?
Meth.
Meth, okay.
Alyssa, like, she had brought it up before about killing Marilyn. I thought she was joking. And then I was playing music, walking around the room. I opened the door and I kind of she just told me when she nods, because she would pretend that she was the Don, like the Godfather. She just told me when I nod, get her. Marilyn was coming in. I turned around and Alyssa looked at me and nodded again. I started walking quickly behind them and I got Marilyn in from behind and took her down. And at that point, I had gotten off of Marilyn because I had her pinned down and Drake got on top of her. I think I yelled at Alyssa to get something to cover her mouth. She brought some wrap that she was using to pack, and she gave that thing to Drake, and Drake started hitting her. I think we all took turns after that doing that, started stabbing her, and I seen him go at it a bunch of times, and I grabbed the knife from him, and he had already cut her throat. I prayed, and then Drake asked me to pray for him.
In an unexpected stroke of luck, Annie gives detectives exactly what they hoped for, a full confession of what truly happened to Marilyn. With this breakthrough, all 3 suspects are charged with open counts of homicide, giving police time to investigate further before determining the degree of murder. During this time, detectives receive DNA evidence from bloodstains collected at the rental house. The DNA matches Marilyn's, providing the final missing piece to solve this case. Investigators conclude that Marilyn's death was a coordinated, premeditated murder carried out by Alyssa, her son Drake, and roommate Annie. They determined that Marilyn was beaten to the ground by Annie before Alyssa struck her in the head with a small club. Then she was stabbed nearly a dozen times in the neck by her own grandson Drake. The killer trio then transported her body to a remote location in Rio Rancho, where they set her body on fire, hoping to destroy any evidence. Investigators also revisit Ryan Bickett's case, Marilyn's son and Alyssa's husband. However, despite their suspicions, no new evidence suggests foul play, and the conclusion remains the same. Ryan took his own life. In 2019, a year after Marilyn's death, the trio accepts plea deals to avoid trial. Annie Rael pleads guilty to second-degree murder, receiving a 12-year sentence in exchange for her testimony. Alyssa Bickett pleads guilty to second-degree murder and is sentenced to 30 years in prison, while her son, Drake, pleads guilty to second-degree murder and receives 26 years in New Mexico's Department of Corrections.
Think of it as like a TV ad with a catalog component where I can choose on the Roku app.